checked in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's the Pistons to start out. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why. He ended up being the MVP.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And it's the Warriors' ball. From the arc, it's Drummond with the rebound. Jackson kicks to Harris. Count that one.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of fourth quarters. You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Jackson kicks to Harris. Here's Drummond. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, you know, his reputation. Hard grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And, you know, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Morris with the bucket.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Warriors on D, following Marcus Morris's 3. Drummond with a screen on Bogut. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Curry. And that's an air ball. Not even close.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Jackson against Curry. Jackson dishes to Harris. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding. Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Here's Drummond. Great D that time from Green.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Now here's Jackson after the miss from Stephen Curry. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Drummond, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Drummond's got his second basket. Here's Curry, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Different look here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Clock is at 3. No problems knocking that one down. Meeks got his first points of the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry's got the ball. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. 1:04 left to play in the first. Jackson is doubled to the paint. Here's Meeks. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 6 assists now in the game.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
Curry's shot is off.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Curry with the steal. And Iguodala with a clear path to the hoop.
Hey, now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, and a great way, Clark, to capitalize on the turnover. Don't waste any time. Get the ball right up the court.
Here's Johnson. The Warriors making the shot. Here's Meeks. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Curry with the 3. Rebound, Detroit.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me.
Tolliver for 3. Shot's good. Tolliver's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Pistons lead by 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Detroit?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Pistons, Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Meeks in at the point guard. And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. The dish to Meeks. Harris inside. He has 5. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Thompson with the bucket.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Morris outside. He dishes it to Meeks, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Meeks got 6.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple. And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Thompson inside the line, and it's Thompson again missing.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Let's go. No good off the back of the rim.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Meeks passes to Drummond. Feeds it to Meeks. 6 on the shot clock. Morris kicks to Harris. Unloads. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the lead is down inside single digits.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He's covered by Thompson. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
First personal foul, teams first.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Jackson in for Jody Meeks. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Harrison Barnes. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Ian Clark.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Jackson drives in. Here's Johnson. Here's Baines. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Baines has got his first 2 points. Warriors trail by 12. Here's Livingston. Off on the layup. Reggie Jackson had made some noise about wanting a big contract to be moved last year. Ultimately, he was traded to Detroit.
Yep, Kevin traded from the Thunder to the Pistons, and it actually happened on deadline day.
Pistons leading by 12. They push it up 4 on 3. Tolliver kicks to Jackson. Johnson left side. Here's Caldwell Pope. 5 points in the game. Jackson has the open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Fans had a hard time finding their way to the stadium last season for the Pistons at the bottom in several home attendance categories last year.
Yeah, that's right, Marvin Hill. I know. I mean, they used to go a lot when they were winning championships. But to be fair to those fans, it was hard at times to watch the Pistons play. I mean, they could get cold and really struggle on their home floor.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Green. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
And for the Pistons, a lot of their woes here at home were due to defense. I mean, their 18-23 home record comes from allowing too many good looks for their opponents.
1:11 left here in the second. Pistons leading by 12. Jackson kicks to Johnson. And it's sent back by Bogut. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Warriors the rebound. For the 3. Curry with another miss. Detroit's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Here's Tolliver. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Tolliver's got his second bucket of the night.
And the Pistons, how about starting out 2-14 at home? I mean, they did turn it around afterwards, going 16-10 to finish out the season. At least they seem to be headed in the right direction.
Ezeli's checked in for Andrew Bogut. Here's Caldwell Pope, covered by Barbosa. Johnson kicks to Jackson. Johnson the screen. Fires from deep. Outside for Jackson. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Now the feed to Baines. And Leandro Barbosa gets the whistle that time. Jackson against Curry. Outside Jackson. A second chance effort. And the layup is good. Jackson's got 5 now.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And through one hand.
Yes, Kevin, here with
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and it's the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They're leading by 16. Kenny?
You had to love.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And, you know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the 3 as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is. Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The defense is... Stalwarts, Green and Bogut are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. Again, Curry missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And it's Harris off the drive. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
To the middle, poked away. It's stolen by Green, and it's the Warriors on the break, and the dunk by Barnes.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Green kicks to Curry. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Curry can't get it to go. Pistons leading by 10. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. 14 feet away. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
The Pistons have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. It's deflected. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Detroit. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. Drummond a screen. On the wing, Jackson. 5 points.
De respuestas con el manojo lleno y vengo como un libro abierto, ansiosa de aprender la historia no contada de nuestros ancestros, con el viento que dejaron los abuelos y que vive en cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra. Quien sabe cuidarlo es quien de verdad la quiera. Vengo para mirar de nuevo, para ver lo cierto y despertar el ojo ciego, sin miedo. Tú y yo descolonicemos lo que nos enseñaron, con nuestro pelo negro, con pómulos marcados, con el orgullo indio en el alma tatuado.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings.
Pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pop, boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. 0 to 100, real quick, real quick, real quick.
It's Detroit Pistons NBA action. We're in the Motor City, where the Pistons are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. So Detroit will get the first possession. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up.